Hi boys and girls, it's Monday, March the 30th, and right now should be day 3 of your Santa Fe trail riding. So we talked the other day when we did our second day of riding about making a starting point. Make sure you are describing your setting with some good wow words, background information, what supplies are you taking with you, who's with you, how are you traveling, and how you're feeling as you're leaving. So you should be writing now. That when you did all of this, this should be in paragraph form with you as the main character. And the way you would want to write a journal, so for instance, if I'm going to say that I'm leaving in May of 1849, I could write it like that and then start my journal entry. So you can start telling about your starting point and your setting and such. So make sure that you are writing it as a paragraph and not just giving bullet points like I am. This is just my suggestion to you of what should have been in this, what would have been paragraph number 1, would have been that first day. So, and you should start it with something that looked like that, like May 1849. And you should finish that first paragraph with how you felt as you were leaving. So kind of set the stage for us in paragraph number 1. And then today we're going to be working on paragraph number 2, which should be now your really your first few weeks on the trail. So it would be a journal entry talking about your first few weeks on the trail, or few days, few weeks. And every time you make a new entry in your journal, you should write a new date. So for instance, maybe over here on this first paragraph, you wanted to say May the 3rd, 1849. And maybe on this second paragraph, you want to say May the 6th, 1849. Because keep in mind, you wouldn't have been able to have the time every day to write a journal entry because you're going to be really busy with traveling and helping your parents out. So maybe every few days you're making some sort of journal entry, or maybe a couple of weeks go by until you make another journal entry. So your second paragraph should be all about what is happening to you, what you're experiencing as you're traveling along the trail. And you want to think about encounters that you're having with native people or other wagon trains. You want to be talking about how you are feeling. Is it tiring? Or is everyone staying healthy? And you also want to talk about, there we go. And you also want to talk about what those landmarks are. This is where your Santa Fe Trail interactive map is going to come into play, because you want to talk about what landmarks you are encountering as you're traveling along. So I've left that link on RenWeb for your landmarks along the Santa Fe Trail, and I also wrote it on one of my assignment forms, assignment sheets for Thursday. So you might want to go back and take a look at that. But those landmarks along the way and the cities that you're going to encounter along the way should be part of what you are talking about. Remember the animals and the plants that you should be encountering along the way. I should see those things because I should feel like I'm traveling along with you as you're writing this journal. You're setting it, the stage for me. You're giving me all of this background information, this detail. So at this point, you should be finished with the first 2 paragraphs of your writing. The first paragraph, all about what we discussed the other day. And then the second paragraph, all about maybe your first few weeks, few days on the trail. That choice is yours. If you're encountering any people, any animals, any towns, how you're feeling health-wise, are you tired, and in landmarks, cities that you are encountering along the way. So you need to be looking at where it is that you started and how far you could get in a few days. You obviously wouldn't already be in Santa Fe because you're just starting along your journey. You have only been journeying for a few days. And remember, it takes about 50 to 60 days to make your way across the Santa Fe Trail. So keep up the good work. Have those first 2 paragraph rough draft. This is just going to stay with you in your writing folder. And every day you're going to add to these paragraphs until we get to the very end. We'll spend all of next week writing on this as well, and then you'll start your final draft that you'll be sending in to me. I hope you all have a great Monday and hope to see you soon.